Hello there, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Welcome to Crystal Clarity. We're going to be doing a new moon and Capricorn spread, kind of going over what it is that you're looking to grow, what your intentions are over the next couple weeks, and also taking a peek at what you may have released or been working on with the full moon in Cancer. So, getting started here, I do get a feeling that you've been really working hard. I'm gonna stop and apologize. You might hear my cat yelling in the background, so I'm gonna try to ignore that as much as possible. But anyway, so I do get a feeling that you've been really working hard towards something, being very productive, being a very stable, reliable source. But I do feel like, despite this, you're starting to feel a little bit just kind of a little bit exhausted towards whatever it is that you've been working on. Just kind of feeling a little maybe even defensive, like you're having to keep showing how reliable you are, or showing how stable you are, whatever it is. And I feel like you might be even thinking or considering walking away, to be honest. I feel like you might be realizing or just thinking about the fact that you might be putting in a lot of emotional investment into something and have really built up something. Could be connection, could be work-related, project-related, home-related, whatever it is. But it feels like you might be turning your back on it because you're not really getting what it is that you're putting into it back in return. So you're really invested emotionally, like I said, but maybe the other person or the thing, whatever it is, you're not getting the response that you're looking for is what it feels like. And you might be recognizing that a lot of things are kind of not in alignment with what you're doing and what you're putting into the situation. And you might be trying to kind of muster up the courage a little bit to decide to walk away. So we're gonna first look at what you have released since the full moon. Oops. All right, so we've got the Lovers in the reverse, the Ten of Swords, and the Fool. So I definitely feel like this is related to a connection, perhaps a partner or, a partner, I would say. And I do feel like there may have been a lot of miscommunications or misunderstandings or just not getting along going on, and it may have ended with an ending. I do feel like you might have decided to kind of cut your losses here, or that maybe it just didn't seem like things were going to work out with this person. There just seems to be kind of a lack of harmony, maybe a lack of communication, or just a lot of misunderstandings, miscommunications. And it wasn't coming from a very loving place, whatever it was. And so something most definitely ended here. I'm not sure if you're the one who ended it, they're the one who ended it, but regardless, you were really trying to let go of the pain associated with that ending. You're really trying to, I don't even think I said what cards we have here. We've got the Lovers in the reverse, the Ten of Swords, and the Fool. So yeah, I really feel like you may have even felt like it kind of was a shock, or came out of nowhere a little bit, that this situation fell apart, or you may have just really felt betrayed by the situation. But it does look like there was some sort of breakup that maybe occurred, or ending, or betrayal that occurred, that just really had you feeling quite quite at a loss and quite defeated and just kind of, you know, grieving a lot. But with this Fool here, it feels like, you know, you were really trying to, you know, move on from this ending, and you were, whatever it was that happened, you decided to take a risk and start something new. I don't know if that's a new connection, or if, you know, you just decided to put all of your efforts into something else that you really wanted to start. But this Fool energy, this is a very adventurous, exciting, like going after what it is that you want for yourself without really putting a whole lot of thought into it, just deciding to go for it kind of energy. So there's something you most definitely, you walked away from this pain in order to start something new, is what I feel like was kind of going on during the full moon period for you. So where are you now? Where is Gemini currently? What's your current energy? Whoa, that's too many cards. So it feels like to me, we've got the Five of Wands in the reverse, the Knight of Cups in the reverse. It feels to me that maybe, you know, this person might currently, what's going on, they might have come back around and tried to make amends or apologize, try to, you know, come back around again and try to have some sort of reconciliation with you. But I do feel like you're kind of a little bit not sure. And I say that because this Knight of Cups here, like, I do feel like this person really hurt you. And so you're trying to make sure that you're not going into this reconciliation moment being very like idealistic, or being very like just like instantly kind of forgiving them because you want to welcome them back in. I feel like whatever happened between the two of you, like if there was any sort of like dreamy, romantic, rose-colored glasses sort of situation going on between the two of you, I do feel like that kind of shattered that that image of them, or whatever idealism that you had about them. That's kind of done. Like you're in a spot now where you're just kind of like, I'm not sure if I'm going to welcome you back in, because I want to make sure that I'm not, you know, being too idealistic about this. We also have the Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck here. So I feel like before you even move forward at all, you're just kind of like in this waiting stage right now, where you're just like, I don't really know how to feel about this. You're still thinking a lot about kind of what happened, you know, what sacrifices may have been involved on your end. And I feel like you're just kind of, you're not sure yet. You're still reflecting a lot. You're still contemplating a lot. You might have had that apology moment or that reconciliation moment, but that, to me, I feel like you haven't, that doesn't necessarily mean anything yet. Like you're not, I don't see you moving towards them, or fully even being sure yet what it is exactly that you want out of this, or what this all means for you. So what is starting to emerge, please, for Gemini? What is emerging? Okay, so we've got the Strength with the Page of Cups in the reverse. So I feel like, you know, you might, what's emerging for you, you're recognizing that maybe this situation brought up a lot of like your internal fears, a lot of just kind of like, what is the word I'm looking for? Oh my goodness. Like just bringing up a lot of anxiety for you, maybe a lot of internal things for you that you didn't realize were still there, or you didn't realize were there at all. But it feels like to me, like what's emerging is you're really, with this Strength card, like you're deciding to remain strong. Like you're deciding to overcome your fears, overcome your anxieties, you know, be really courageous and stand in your true power as well. Like this is the Strength card being the zodiac sign of Leo, and Leos just don't really they don't really like allow people to walk all over them, or you know, like once you kind of burn to Leo, it's like that fiery energy of just like, you know what, I don't need you, and I don't like need people that are going to treat me like that in my life. I don't know, you know, because I said I still feel like you're still kind of making a decision, but with this Page of Cups here in the reverse as well, I just feel like you're just a little bit cautious. Like you're like trying to remain very strong. Like I said, you're not really sure about you know, offering this person any love, offering this person any of your emotional investments. And that's because we also have the Five of Cups here in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like you're still kind of like, you're still kind of feeling that loss a little bit. Like you're still kind of feeling that grief. You might be thinking back on, you know, what they've done to you, how they hurt you, that sort of thing. And so again, like I'm really not sure, I'm not seeing like a full direction that you're going in as far as this person yet. I do feel like you're still kind of deciding, but what's emerging for you definitely is that you just like don't want to let people kind of like push you around, or like take advantage of, you know, wearing your heart on your sleeve, or that sort of kind of energy. So what is it that you wish to grow? What are your intentions? So we've got the Knight of Swords here and the Seven of Wands in the reverse. Knight of Swords being the Knight of Air. This is your energy here. So I do feel like you're kind of like, with this Knight of Swords, like you do fight for what you believe in. You fight for what, you know, resonates with your heart, what resonates with your truth, that sort of thing. And I feel like you're just kind of, the Seven of Wands energy of just kind of like giving up anything that isn't in alignment with that inner truth and that inner heart. You know, you don't want to, like I said from the beginning energy, like I feel like you worked really hard in this connection and you really were like a stable, reliable, you were really trying to build that stable, reliable foundation with this person, and something happened here where like they were not on the same page with you. Maybe they weren't providing that same energy back, or there's just a lot of fighting, a lot of kind of like willful, not getting along kind of energy is what I'm feeling. There could have been a lot of jealousy even, or like competitiveness, or just some sort of weird energy involved where you're just like, you know, moving forward, like I'm not going to take action towards something if I feel like I'm gonna have to constantly be defensive or constantly having to protect myself. You know, you are wanting to really be in alignment with things that are connected to your heart and your true beliefs and your true self, you know. And we do have the Hangman at the bottom of the deck again. So again, I feel like you're reflecting a lot on like what that means for you. Like, what is it that you really want moving forward? you know, so that you don't find yourself in a position again where like you have to give up out of exhaustion, you know? So what's going to help you bring your goals and intentions into fruition? Okay. Okay. Yeah, so we've got the Two of Pentacles here, the Two of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. So there's definitely a decision that needs to be made around your priorities and what it is that you want to prioritize. You may have had just kind of juggling a lot of different things, you know, putting more importance on things that maybe weren't really in alignment with your true heart, your true self, true beliefs. But I feel like what you're kind of struggling with is, you know, Gemini is a very like mental sign, and I just mean that in the sense of just like kind of being in your mind a lot, being on like a mental plane a lot. And with this Eight of Swords energy, to me this feels like you're just really kind of stuck, like you're just feeling a little bit like pulled in different directions, I feel, and not really sure where it is that you want to go or what the right answer is. This does feel like a lot of kind of anxiety, stress, and it feels like just kind of confusion as well as like what exactly you're supposed to be deciding to do. But once you make that choice, like once you decide like what it is that you want to prioritize for yourself, above what anybody else thinks or wants, I do feel like that's what's going to help you really push forward and move forward. So what's the outside resources available to you? What are the outside influences? Yeah, so we've got the, actually, let me pull another card. I pulled one card and was like, that's good. Let's pull one more. We do have the Ace of Wands, though, that came out. Okay. So we've got the Ace of Wands with the Six of Swords in the reverse. I do feel like, yeah, like, you know, with this Fool energy, there's a lot of like excitement and adventurous energy around some sort of new beginning. This could be a goal of yours, a new project, a desire of yours that you really want to move towards. But this is definitely you taking action and having a lot of creative energy and a lot of potential around you as well. And I feel like with the Six of Swords in the reverse, like you might be kind of resisting, you know, like I said in the beginning, like you're kind of choosing, or maybe in the process of choosing or kind of thinking about it still, whether or not you want to walk away completely from this person, from this situation. And I feel like with this Six of Swords in the reverse, like you might be kind of resisting that necessary transition or that necessary change that needs to occur. It could be that, you know, you feel like there's still some sort of unfinished business here that keeps you staying. But again, like I feel like, I don't know, like we've got the Eight of Pentacles here in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. So like I was saying in the beginning, like part of what needs to be weighed is like thinking about how you put in all this hard work, all this reliability, all this stability, and weren't really getting that in return from this person or from the situation. So, you know, I definitely feel like you might need to kind of physically move away from this person, or at least somehow like mentally and emotionally move away from the situation. And it could be through this new start, this new beginning, new project, whatever it is, that you finally kind of gain the courage to do so. But I do think, again, like it's going to be really important for you to focus in on your priorities and making this decision in order to move ahead. So what's the advice for Gemini? What is the advice, please? All right, so we've got big picture thinking, visionary, inspired ideas. So yeah, like that's exactly kind of some of the energy that I've been feeling here, is that, like, you know, with this Fool, with this Ace of Wands, like there is something that you are taking a chance on, something related to your creativity or an idea, something that came from a spark of inspiration. And you might be kind of just stuck in your mind a little bit about all this other stuff going on with this person. But, you know, there's a need for you to kind of zoom out and see on a bigger scale, like the potential that's out there for you and what that could mean for you. What else, please, for Gemini? All right, so we've got surrender and we've got balance. So I feel like, you know, the surrender card here, I do feel like you might still need to kind of surrender a little bit to the fact that this happened with this person. I do get the feeling that you've gone through that ending with them, but it feels like to me, like instead of like going through any healing process or, you know, getting any closure of any sort, it feels like you just immediately kind of were like taking your energy and putting it into something else and hoping that that would like get you out of this like feeling like you're in pain, you know? So you might kind of need to just like surrender to this moment that happened so that you can kind of like release it and let go of it. Like surrender all of the worry, the stress, the anxiety, the pain, just so that you can kind of see things clearly again. Because again, we do have the Eight of Swords here with the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. So it feels like you just kind of have too much on your mind that is preventing you from seeing things clearly. And then balance. Yeah, balance. This is, again, that Two of Pentacles energy where it's like you may have like too much emphasis on certain priorities or like giving too much in certain areas of your life and not balancing out that energy into other areas that need that attention. So whatever decision that you make here, it needs to be a decision that's in favor of things being in balance for you. What else for Gemini, please? There's also 3 6s here as well. So I definitely look up the angel number 666 and see what kind of resonates for you out of the different meanings. Yeah, so we've got Never Alone coming out. And this is always a really good card to get, especially when folks are kind of going through it. And to be honest, like almost every reading I've done, I feel like there's been like the 10 of Swords or something equivalent, you know, 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, like a lot of people going through it. And I definitely feel like this Never Alone card, like it's a like confirmation and a validation that like, you know, you are not completely on your own in this. Like you have support around you, and that's, you know, this is speaking to support, like divine support, but you know that also goes in other directions as well. So like support from other people, support that you can give yourself, you know. If you've been feeling really isolated and alone and just kind of like struggling through this by yourself, like there is a need, again, that surrender card, like surrendering all of that mental stress out so that the universe can take care of it for you. The universe can help you heal. Yeah. What else for Gemini, please? Yeah, so we've got You Are Good Enough, full moon in Virgo. So I do feel like, you know, if there's any like level going on here of you feeling like you need to reconcile with this person because you're looking for validation or you're looking for that like confirmation that you're worthy from this person, I feel like that's part of what needs to happen, is recognizing your worth and your what you're deserving of without looking to outside people for that. Because I do feel like, yeah, there's a lot of messages here, just kind of you being on the fence of moving away from this person, completely, you know, physically moving on, emotionally, mentally moving on, and leaving this person behind. But it's like, it feels as if you're like still, like I said, just kind of like not sure if you're gonna take this apology and just continue as things were with this person. And if there's any part of you that's like, I don't deserve this, and I like, you know, definitely have a lot to offer and a lot to give that's not being appreciated here, then there is a need for you to really, you know, see your worth and see that like you don't need this person's validation in order to feel good about yourself. You know, you are enough all on your own, and there are going to be people out there that really value that, you know, and I'm sure you already have some people in your life that do. Okay, and last card for Gemini, please. Oh. Answered prayers. All your great work has opened the door for divine solutions and support. And we've got love life. New or renewed romantic love is here for you. So yeah, I mean, it does feel like you've got a lot of support around you, really trying to open doors, you know, guide you in the right direction, give you that support and that protection that you might be looking for. And then on top of that, it does feel like, you know, all of this work that you're doing is also maybe, again, speaking a little bit to what it is in your romantic relationships that you want to see moving forward, what it is that you are you know, like kind of like that balance of like having the situation happen so that you could see how much you don't deserve that and how much you're worthy of a better, stronger, loving, more supportive connection. And it does feel like because, you know, you've come to those conclusions, or you're going to, that, you know, you are going to receive other new opportunities for love. So this could be a new partner coming in. If you know, are choosing to work things out with this person, it could be that new, you know, through the work that you do together, that this new romantic love coming in is a whole new cycle for this connection. But anyway, that was the reading. Thank you so much for being here. If anything at all resonated, please like, comment, or subscribe. All of the above would be appreciated. And we'll see you in a couple weeks for the full moon reading. Thanks, guys.